The year is 1054. From the Atlantic Ocean to the Caucasus Mountains, Christianity is the established religion of a vast area, unifying the lavish and powerful Byzantine Empire with the feudal kingdoms of Western Europe, even expanding into the chill of what is to be Russia. But change is afoot. Differences may only be reconciled for so long. Power is wanted by many, and the great monolith of the Church is about to be irrevocably torn in two. At this time, a considerable number of people call themselves Christian. But what in the year 1054 is considered the religion of empires began as a small, persecuted Jewish sect. It was founded by a Jewish carpenter, Jesus of Nazareth, and after his execution by Roman authorities in the year 33, his followers began an ambitious attempt to convert the world. A notable missionary was St. Paul, who traveled throughout the Roman Empire, using its extensive road system to great effect. Despite persecution by the Roman authorities, Christianity spread rapidly. In the year 312, the Emperor Constantine converted, and in 313 the persecution of Christians was no longer allowed. This was a dramatic shift in the Church and the world's view of it. No longer is Christianity a slave religion, but the religion of very powerful rulers. The end of Christian persecution, coupled with the conversion of the emperor, converted the masses. The Church grew under the jurisdiction of 5 patriarchates: Rome, Alexandria, Antioch, Jerusalem, and Constantinople. The strong sense of Christian unity endured the fall of the western half of the Roman Empire to Germanic tribes. However, with the split of the empire politically came a division culturally which spread into its religion. The Eastern churches favored a particular artistic style seen in iconography, which was unseen in the West. The Western churches also emphasized a scholastic approach to theology, which the East did not practice. There were more direct differences as well. They disagreed on the use of leavening in Eucharistic bread and on the practice of celibacy in the clergy. The creed itself, created to hold them together, separated them. Western doctrine said, "Qui ex patre filioque procedit," meaning, from the Father and the Son proceeding, implying that the Holy Spirit came from both the Father and the Son. But Eastern authorities proclaimed that to be heresy, and instead used the wording, "Qui ex patre procedit," meaning, from the Father proceeding. These differences were serious problems for Christianity, but the Church struggled to remain united. Councils were called in Nicaea in 325, Constantinople in 381, and Chalcedon in 451. After the fall of Rome, minor schisms occurred in 519 and 863, but they were resolved through negotiation, and the idea of a single unified church was maintained. To add to the political and cultural division occurring, Alexandria, Antioch, and Jerusalem fell under Islamic control, depriving those churches of state support and power. This left the more powerful patriarchs in Rome and Constantinople without a buffer to prevent polarization and quarreling. The ties binding the church together were about to break. In 1053, the threat of a Norman invasion of southern Italy forces the patriarch in Rome to call out his Christian brethren for defense. An alliance was formed under the condition that the Byzantine emperor, Constantine IX Monomachus, could have political jurisdiction over the region, and the patriarch in Rome, Pope Leo IX, could have ecclesiastical jurisdiction. This agreement had a fatal flaw. The ecclesiastical jurisdiction already belonged to Michael Carolarius, the patriarch in Constantinople. Michael Carolarius was born to an aristocratic family and was educated for a life of public service. However, in the face of exile after a failed conspiracy to overthrow the previous emperor, he became a monk, as was common for exiles at the time. This ended his career in civil service. On his return from exile, Carolarius pursued power in the church. Pope Leo IX's proposed alliance directly infringed on this power. Leo IX was also born to a politically powerful family and became a bishop at age 25 and pope at age 37. Despite his agreement with the Byzantine emperor, his forces lose to the Normans in 1053, and he sacrifices his freedom to avoid further bloodshed. It is from his Norman prison that he faces the deep problems between Eastern and Western churches. In response to the infringement of his control, Carolarius launches a propaganda mission. Emphasizing the differences between East and West, he denounces the Roman worship customs, forcing the churches in his jurisdiction to do as well. The ones who refuse are quickly closed. The division, now resurfacing, did not fit with the Byzantine emperor's political agenda for alliance. In an attempt to stop Carolarius from thwarting his plans, the emperor reopens the churches. Unfortunately, in backing the Roman Church, Constantine loses the support of his subjects, who are loyal to their patriarch, Carolarius. To the Pope, who believed that the patriarch in Constantinople was his subordinate, Carolarius had gotten out of hand. Leo sends a party led by Cardinal Humbert of Silva Candida to Constantinople. They promoted the Roman style of worship and furthered the political agreement with the emperor. On July 16, 1054, the cardinal places a bull of excommunication on the altar of Hagia Sophia, the most important church in Constantinople, and then departed with a blessing from the emperor. But it was not the emperor who had the support of the people. Carolarius summoned a church council, where they refuted every line of the excommunication bull, and excommunicated Pope Leo in return. The mutual excommunication lasted over 900 years, but the split in the church was final. Although later emperors tried to repair the damage, the oneness of Christianity was irreparably destroyed. The impact of the schism goes beyond the division of Roman Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy. The schism first and foremost annulled the political alliance of the two sides of Europe, and without the needed military support from the Roman Catholics, Byzantium began to lose territory to the advancing Seljuk Turks. The Byzantine Empire eventually fell in 1453. The schism also fundamentally altered the Christian view on disagreement. This first split opened up the opportunity for fracture in the church. No longer are theological disagreements a cause for counsel and negotiation. This is seen in the temporary Avignon papacy, the Protestant Reformation, and the Anglican split-off. The plethora of subdivisions of Christianity today all stem from this first divide. The East-West Schism of 1054 is a turning point for Christianity, the most practiced religion in the world, but also for the world itself.